Well, hello. Happy Pay It Forward Friday. This is Cindy, your host at Ask Cindy Connector Live. Make sure that you follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And of course, go to YouTube at Ask Cindy Connector Live. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to get notified of other awesome videos. And when you subscribe and you comment, you could actually win a vacation voucher for 3 nights. So once you've done that on YouTube, go to 3nightgiveaway.com and we will gift you that amazing 3 day trip. So, really quickly, a real amazing plug here for National Day calendar. It is National Picnic Day, National Cheesecake Day. I'm an ambassador with them and I love sharing what they're doing. If you'd like to check out other National Day ofs, go to nationaldaycalendar.com. So I am a professional travel agent. I'm a podcaster here at Ask Cindy Connector Live. And I also have a travel podcast every Wednesday, Bucket List Coach Web Show. And that's every Wednesday at 1, 2, and 3 Pacific. So today I have the pleasure to introduce you to my friend Fred. He's with the realfredlee.com and definitely join the group at Be Authentic Positive Vibes Community. Welcome to the show. Woo-hoo-hoo.
It's so good. It's so good to be here and conversate and connect with you like always. It's just you have such good energy. You make me feel good. So I'm glad to be a part of your world.
Thank you. So today we're going to talk about implementing positive mindset every single day, even with the COVID, the C-19. There's still ways to show love and gratitude, make a difference in someone's life. And I always say, surround yourself by 5 amazing people or people who have more than you because they're successful. Therefore, you're going to become successful. So tell us a little backstory on a little bit about you, and then we could go into your brand.
Just to make it really quick, I used to work in a special ed school district back into the dark ages, back in 2006, 7, 8. And I worked with all kinds of special ed students, autism, nonverbal, behavior disorder, ED, I've seen everything but Jesus himself, okay? And the one thing that I learned about myself personally, okay, was that with these kids, we have to learn how to bring good energy to them. So my whole thing was I have to bring a good, positive energy, attitude, mindset to them, regardless of what I deal with in my life. And so I learned a tactic. My tactic was no matter what I was dealing with, once I walk into the school, I leave that behind, just like I leave baggage behind. And I learned how to
Yes.
perfect that over the years. And so my positive mindset coaching really starts with that, is that, there were a lot of bad days that I had mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I'm a married man. I have kids. And so when I learned how to just do that one simple thing of how to, when I walked into my job, I had a purpose of bringing good energy, joy, and it radiates. Then I said, I can use that and let me help others use that. And so that's how I really, started out my journey as a positive mindset coach. It wasn't like I always was like this. I just got to a point in my 9 to 5 life where I was like, you know what? I just don't want to do this anymore. I want to try something that I know I can do. I just don't know how to do it yet. So let me just jump out here on a hope and a prayer and figure it out. And right now I'm figuring it out, but it's working.
Well, let me do a really quick announcement. So if you want to comment on this show, make sure that you go to streamyard.com/Facebook, and that way we could actually post your comments. So tell us a little bit about what happened a couple years ago. You had a knee injury.
Yes. About this, but not a lot of people know. I had a knee infection in 2018, October of 2018. And it was one of those where this is not like you plan for anything like, you need a root canal or something so you can deal with the pain. This was some acute pain that came out of nowhere. I remember I was weightlifting in a gym. I remember I just got a freak, just a scar doing a deadlift on my shin. And it was nothing. It was a normal scar. About a few weeks later, I got a crazy 24-hour bug where I couldn't even get out of bed. Again, I shook it off, nothing. And then about another 2 weeks later, my knee just started swelling up out of nowhere. To make a long story short, I found out it was a knee infection, a severe knee infection. It felt like somebody took a sledgehammer and just pounded my knee. And it was nothing I had ever experienced. I thought it was regular knee pain, a regular joint pain, but it was infection. I needed to get rushed to surgery, and I needed to have two operations where they cleansed the knee. Now, this isn't where you go in and they just clean your knee and then you come back walking. This is like I still can't fully flex. Like I think it's 120 your knee, your joint. 90 degrees obviously is like that. 120 would be where you'd be able to crisscross applesauce and sit down. I still can't get beyond 90.
Oh,
That's how
wow.
bad that infection was. And so that whole experience was, you talk about needing a positive mindset. That is where this came through. And this is the reason why I call it authentic, Cindy. It's because it's not fake. This is not where I'm just going to just say nice stuff or just think happy thoughts and you'll be happy. No, man. It's like, how do you use the affirmations and the positive thoughts and the silver linings? How do you use that in that moment of despair, anger, when things aren't working out for you? And that's where that really helped me come through in that situation. And I needed it because that was bad.
And so how did you get through it? How did you train your subconscious mind?
Routine. So my morning routine went like this, and you and I have talked about this, and I know you guys, looks like you got affirmations on your wall back there, which is
Mhm.
beautiful. Yes, please pull one of them. You should pull one of them down and show me in a minute. But yeah, absolutely. Get that. While you're doing it, I'll talk. I had a morning routine. My morning routine would be every morning I would wake up and thank God for one thing. Just think of one thing. Yeah, okay, so what does that say? What does that say right
I
there?
am
I am,
unstoppable.
oh, that's perfect. And so with something like that, I would have a morning affirmation. Personally, I would say, I'm going to kick life's rear end. I'm not going to curse on your show because I don't know how it is. But I would say that to myself. And in that affirmation that you have, I am unstoppable, I would purposely say that out loud in the mirror
Exactly.
because I want to say it and hear myself saying it and actually, just be immersed by it. So I would have a morning affirmation I would say to myself when I woke up in the bed. And then I had my phone. I would do 10 minutes of listening to the audio Bible, 10 minutes of listening to a multimillionaire on a podcast, just some info that can make me better, self development. And then I would do 10 minutes of meditation. And this is what really, really helped me, meditation. People think you need to sit there and be like, and have incense. This is exactly what I did. I had an app. It's called Insight Timer. I would put it on for 10 minutes of ocean sounds. I would put
Woo.
on my my eye mask, my sleep mask, and I would ask myself, what does the perfect day look like? What does what does it smell like? Who are you hanging with? What do you have? What are you gaining out of this? What is the scenery around you? And I would immerse myself in every small detail of what I wanted to be in, and I would do that every day. And that's hospital. And so at that point, I would immerse myself in this vision of walking, no pain, how I would look, how tan I was, what the sun looked like on me, who was next to me, down to the detail. And so I was tied into the affirmation and my meditation on what I wanted. And throughout the day, that kept me buzzed so that when I had a problem, I had to go to PT or I had to deal with the doctor, I still was buzzed from my morning routine. Morning routine is purely the number one thing that will defeat any negativity throughout your day.
Have you seen this guy?
I probably had. Tell me about him.
So his name is Smiley777. So my friend Carolyn Wiggin, she actually owns this brand. So if you go to Smiley777 on Instagram and on Facebook, you could actually contact her, tell her you're a friend of mine, and she'll send you a little packet of Smiley. So wherever you go, you take picture with the Smiley777, you do the hashtag, and then she'll repost it. So it's just a great way to make a difference. Like when I'm flying, I usually give one of these to the entire crew, the two pilots and all the flight attendants. And they are really, really impressed by that. They're like, wow, this is crazy. Yeah, because no one ever gives a flight attendant or a pilot a gift when they fly. So It's making a difference. Hello, Melissa. This is my friend Melissa. She's a friend of mine from Seattle, and she actually is in the client retention business with me. Like all the stick ups that you see behind me, all the brownies that I post, the greeting cards, and all the gratitude stuff that I send out. Yeah, we both are doing that same business. So it's pretty amazing.
Melissa.
So, what do you have to say about someone who's going through a tough time, whether it be during COVID or something happened in the family or they lost their job? How can they get back to that positive mindset and just train their subconscious mind?
That's great. That stuff happens. We retreat. We retreat into our own worlds. We don't want to be bothered, which is completely understandable. But I think people need to work on flipping it. Don't retreat. Go out into the world of, first of all, you need to build a nice little community of people that you trust, love, and it's reciprocated. Be around the people that you know you can receive love from because you need it. If you've lost a job, you need to be around people that make you feel better. If you've lost a loved one, if things are challenging and tough, you need to be around, call, text, reach out. You need to. They're not going to automatically reach out to you and assume, and a lot of people are afraid because they don't know how you are, but you need to be about reaching out. And here's the reason why. If you sit back and wallow in your own sorrows, or you sit back and you try to grieve on your own, which is understandable, you need time for yourself, okay? You are to necessarily just repair yourself. You're going to really get through it, and getting through it is kind of like, walking through a field of pine cones, with no shoes on. Like you can do it, but it's like, why? And that's the opportunity where people really do want to help you, and it can feel overwhelming. And it's understandable that people are like, no, let me have my space. Have your space, but do know after a while, reach out because you need someone else's love and affection and normalcy. I think that's what people forget. What do I mean by normalcy? When I worked at the special ed school, there were two ladies that I remember whose husbands passed away on them, and it broke my heart. And they said they came back to work because they wanted a sense of normalcy. That's all they wanted, just normalcy. It's like this huge event happened, and they wanted to escape that event to get back to normalcy. So if you've lost a job, or especially with COVID and the whole, we had to all be quarantined, do learn to adapt to that. But hey, man, reach out. We got text messaging. You can call people. We can FaceTime. Don't be a recluse and just dive into your own world and shut the entire world out, because now you're in your own darkness. And that is very challenging. So, and this is why I talk about being authentic. Yes, you can say happy things and say the affirmations, but sometimes it doesn't trigger. You need somebody else to trigger that. And so that's why I have the community. The community is there because I think of happiness like this. Listen, it's reciprocal. So today I'm feeling good. The sun is shining. I got the energy. So whoever's feeling down, I'm going to lift you up. Let me lift you up. But there's some days I need it too. There's days I wake up, I'm like, man. And my group is like, no, Fred, what are you doing? Come on, man. Let's go. So when you're feeling down, look for somebody to lift you up. When you're feeling up, it's your duty to look down and lift them up with you. We're all climbing the same mountain, right? So
celebrate,
that's how I
baby.
That's right.
All about celebration. So, and I told you yesterday some of the things I'm dealing with. That I have a mom in the convalescent home, and she's very sick, and it's sad. But you know what? What gets me through it is because I do something that I love. It's so important to do what you love. I'm a travel agent. I'm a podcaster, and I love sending out all the gratitude gifts. And I mean, that's really how you get through things. I mean, you don't want to wake up every single morning and go to a job that you cannot stand. And it's so important
and
to do what you love.
Really quick, last year, that I really tried as much as I could to put out a message of, hey, this could be that opportunity where you actually look to try something. We were all sent home. Like, only thing that we were really thinking about was money and toilet paper. Like, that was it. So it's like, if you really want to sell your art, make something and put it on Etsy, and don't care if nobody buys it. just try, man. Or if you really want to do a podcast, just there's Anchor, there's all, there's so many avenues. Just do something with zero expectation. And like
Mhm.
you said, when you love it, like I love what I do. Are there days where I'm tired? Of course there are. But the days that I'm tired doing what I love versus the days I was tired doing a 9 to 5 are completely different. I'm tired when I do what I love, but it's a good tired. Like you exercise at the gym and you know you got benefit and you're ready to do it again the next day. The tired when I worked was, yo, I felt like I just wasted 8 hours. I just want to sit down and not do that again. So I think, when you're not without a job, be about what is it I'm getting out of this job in terms of fulfillment. Practicality, yes, you need a job. Don't just go for the job for the title or for the money. That stuff fades after a while, and you end up just doing something that's really sucking your soul. You don't want that.
Yeah. Exactly. So we have about 4 minutes left on the show. Let's talk about how I did at the beginning of the broadcast. Surrounding yourself by 5 amazing people who either have what you want or they're spreading abundance. Can you kind of emphasize on that a little bit?
The sum of the 5 people that you're around. And if they, and look at them and say to yourself, is this where I want to be 5 years from now? So I think it should be like a 5 by 5 rule. And this is not to say your friends are bad people. This is for you to look at them objectively and start auditing some people. Look, we all have some people that we know we should be hanging with, that we know are bad influences. And when I tell people, yo, you need to get rid of that friend, I don't mean just eradicate them from your life. I mean, hey, that friend, they're cool. I'm going to spend less time with them so that I can take them out of the top 5 and find somebody that's going to lift me up and somebody that's going to add to my life and put them in my top 5. I think it's so important because if you objectively look at your friends objectively, not, oh, they've been my friends in second grade. No, like, are they really trying to lift you up? Do they really want you to do better? Here's the trick I use really quick. If you won $500 million in the lottery and your friend knew they weren't going to get a dime from you, would they still be your friend? If you can say, yeah, they would still be my friend, that's a friend. If you sit there and say, you know what, I don't know, that's probably somebody you could spend less time with. You know what I mean? Because that's really what happens when we talk about success and happiness. People feel some type of way when they're not getting it. But when you getting it, there's always friction. So the sum of your 5 friends is beautiful. The way you put it is even better. I love it.
So I want to introduce you to the amazing Mary West. She's out of Seattle as well. And she is from the Mary West Network. And I am going to introduce you guys because you definitely need to connect.
I love it. This is awesome. Thank you.
So we have about 1 minute left on the show. Any tips on what we're talking about today about maintaining that positive mindset?
Affirmation like you have on your wall. I love it because it's not only visual, but you can say it. So have something that you say every morning. Number 2, you must have gratitude. You have to be thankful for something small, and it can't be the same thing every single day. The reason why I say small is because we're constantly looking for big things, and we need to pay attention. And make sure that you spend time with loved ones. Spend is the only thing that we can't get back. And when I say spend time, be purposeful. Put your phone down and like look and talk to them, engage with them.
Yeah, I actually had a guest. Well, I'll introduce you to him as well, James Zing, and he was on a show a couple months ago, and we knew each other 24 hours. And I sent him a brownie and a thank you card after, and then he was on my podcast, and I've actually connected him to another friend of mine who is actually in his business, but he's an amazing TikToker. I mean, you could follow him on TikTok and Instagram, but just the way that he runs his business, the way that he treats others. I mean, he just treats everybody with kindness. And I think that is so, so important. So another person you definitely need to connect with.
Yes, absolutely. Kind. If you want it.
Okay. I can't hear you. What was that?
Now,
Oh, there
I
you
think I
are.
died out. Okay.
You're good.
Kind. Before I even die out, hopefully it doesn't go out. They've been charged, but I was going to say kindness is key. Kindness is awesome, and before you can get it, you got to give it. So I love that.
And do a shout out. Tell everybody in about 1 minute what your group is all about on Facebook.
Yeah. Positive Vibes Community. We are a group of 200 plus people. We interact with each other, all authentic. When I say authentic, we are okay with showing the good, the bad, and the ugly about each other and interacting about that. And we lift each other up. So if you're having a bad day or something's not right with you, post it in the group. Be a part of the group. We'll be a part of you. It's all about lifting and reverberating that positive attitude mindset. And again, there are days I post in there about, hey, I've had a rough day, and a lot of stuff I post in there, I don't even post on social media. So click.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what I want to do really quick, since both of us are on TikTok, I'm going to do like a 40-second commercial. So you ready? And then you're just you're gonna plug your group really quick, and then your TikTok handle. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Well, hello guys. This is Cindy over at Ask Cindy Connector Live. Make sure you stay tuned every single Friday, 1, 2, and 3 p.m. PST. And I have my friend, the real Fred Lee. Tell us your handle on TikTok and all about your group in right around 10 seconds.
All right. Or any other social media at the real Fred Lee. Also, be sure you get into my Be Authentic Positive Vibes community.
Awesome. So I'm going to put you in the green room, and I'll see you right about 30 seconds.
Okay.
Ciao, ciao, baby. Well, awesome. Make sure that you follow Fred. That's Fred at the Be Authentic Positive Vibes community. So make sure that you join his group. That's Be Authentic Positive Vibes community. And make sure that you go to Ask Cindy Connector Live on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon to get notified of more awesome videos. And definitely check out 3nightgiveaway.com. So if you subscribe and comment to my YouTube, you're going to get a 3-night getaway. So this is Cindy over at Ask Cindy Connector Live. Stay tuned every Friday at 1, 2, and 3. And if you like travel, check out Bucket List Coach Travel every Wednesday at 1, 2, and 3. And of course, think of 5 people to show gratitude to every single day. Shaka, and have a great weekend. Woohoo!